Good afternoon, all. This is Dolores from Getting Gigs, and today I'd like to talk to you about the side hustle or job, Navient. And the reason I chose to talk about them today is because I actually used to work for one of their competitors before that company had shut down. And when I saw that they were hiring again, I thought, I know for a fact this is a legitimate company, so why wouldn't I share the information with people so that way, in case you're interested in applying for them? Now I only like to post jobs that are remote work. They do have some jobs where you can work in their office, but I like to go over jobs that are working remotely because my whole goal is to work remotely the rest of my life or work gig work or side hustles. So that way I don't have to go in the office anymore. So this position that I'm showing you is a remote position within the company. And I'm going to go ahead and show you how to sign up for the company, to get, sign up for the position and more about the company. First, you would go to navient.com. And if you go on the top, they have a careers page right here. So you would just click that. And when that opens up, you'll get a page, sorry, that looks like this. And you can either search here for a position or you can search here. I just press the search button to see what they have available. And if you look, you'll see that they have positions within the company where you can do that are not remotely. And then they have remote positions available. So I personally was selecting the remote positions because that's all I'm interested in. And these are the type of positions that they currently have open. They have a cash posting insurance specialist. They have a patient service representative. That's an on-site one. I'm sorry. Came up as remote though. And then they have a primary care clinic coding specialist too. This one I know for sure you need a certificate for. I checked that one out earlier. And then they have like these other ones, coding specialist, healthcare business development manager, and patient coder. Now, the one that I was interested in, and the one I was sharing, that I wanted to show you, was the cash posting insurance specialist one. On here, I didn't see like the price, like, or the, what do you want to say, the salary for it, but I did notice that you only need a high school diploma for this one. Like it says right here. Minimum requirements: high school diploma, additional equivalent experience above the required minimum may substitute for the education, 1 year of accounts receivable and healthcare billing and experience. It's like if you've been a collector and do like medical collecting, you'd be able to qualify for this position. But don't use that to deter you. Like if you haven't done accounts receivable before, but you have a high school diploma or you have additional education, I would still go ahead and apply for it if you meet the other criteria on here. I would just read it all over to see, like, yeah, calls. Like, you're able to do the calls. I would still apply for it. Because I never let that deter me when I apply for any of these positions, because the reality is no company is ever going to hire somebody or find somebody that meets all their check boxes. And so you might have something that they're looking for that they weren't even aware that they were looking for until they got to your resume. So you got to see it like that. You're more of an asset than you think you are. And you always have to think that way when you apply for these positions, that you got this. And if you don't got it, then you move on to the next one. You don't let it bother you. So I want to tell you more about the company itself. Now, from my own experience, when I used to work with another student loan company that was their competitor, this is like a big student loan servicing company. They were actually doing work servicing student loans for the Department of Education, and they recently like lost that contract. I don't know if they gave up the contract or they chose no longer to renew the contract. So a lot of the student loans that they were servicing on behalf of the Department of Education have been transitioned to another company. And they also took some of their own portfolio and transferred it to another company to have it serviced there. But I would not let that deter you to apply for a position with them, because of the fact, just because they did that doesn't mean like they're going out of business or anything like that. There's no indication of that, and they've been around for a long time. Sometimes companies just switch focus, and it's probably cheaper for them to transfer some of their existing portfolio to another company. Because what happens is, like, say if you have a student loan, just from my own experience from when I worked at a student loan company. So, like, say if your company or your portfolio, like, say you have 100,000 in student loans. And each year, as that portfolio pays out down, and now it costs you more to service those student loans because you still have to pay the same amount for rent. You still have to pay the same overhead, like the utilities. None of that's changing. Like none of that's going down in price. So now each and every student loan that you have costs more to service because you have to calculate that into your overhead costs, what it costs you to service those loans. So they probably just made the wise choice to say, hey, we gotten to the point where this certain portfolio has gotten down to this amount. So we're going to have somebody else service it for us, and then we're still going to make money off of it. So I don't fault them for that, for letting another company service some of their student loans. So I don't see that as a bad sign because they do offer other stuff that they do here. Like they have on here, like if you go to their story with the about us, you can just do our story. They've been around. They said they're servicing for 5 decades. I've known about them for maybe 15 years, might be a little longer. I could have swore they were at one time affiliated with Sally Mae, but I don't know like if they're like no longer affiliated with them or they're just, you know, it's like they're their own entity now. I'm pretty sure they're their own entity now. But if you look, you can see their history. And like in here it shows you on there from 2021 that transfer of those student loans back to the Department of Education. That was what I was talking about. And if you go over here to loan servicing, you'll see a transition here that they were talking about. Yeah, they announced that they're going to simply simplify the company and reduce its expense base, and that was the overhead I was talking about. It's cheaper, probably for them to get some of these student loans serviced somewhere else than to do it in house. So I don't fault them for that. So if you're looking to hire, to get a position with them, you're like, oh, I don't know if they're going to be around for a while. I would take everything here with a grain of salt, and like unless the company tells you that they're doing bad, I wouldn't even worry about it. I would still apply. They're a good company to work for. There's people that have been working for that company for over a decade, and you can even look like if you go to the page, um, we're working at Navient. If you go to the bottom, you'll see some success stories of people that have worked with the company. Like and they'll like right now it doesn't show their faces, but like if you could go play one of them, they'll say, "Oh, I've been here for 10 years. Oh, I just started. Or I've been here for a few years." Like it's different. Like they have a different mixed bag of different people that have worked there. Some worked there for a long time. Some worked there new. Some started as temps. So it's worth putting a chance on. It's worth applying for. And even though right now they only have like a few positions that are open remotely, they always have, like I've always seen on here, like if you go to the bottom, hold on, you go down to the bottom. Yeah. So like right down here on the bottom, like they'll have featured jobs. Every once in a while, I've always seen out here where they've had customer service jobs. Yeah, they've had customer service jobs. Like I had a page open, I can't find it right now, but they've had customer service positions that are open. They've had other positions that were open. So even though they only have like a couple right now that are remotely, you can go check on here again, and you'll probably find something else. And then they also have an opportunity here where you can join their talent community. So where you would probably sign up, you send in their resume, they have something open that might suit you, then you can go ahead and let you know when that position is open again, and then they'll just notify you. That's not a bad idea to do with them, just because, like I said, they've had other opportunities out there. Right now, when I'm posting, they just don't happen to have them all right now. So this is Laura from Getting Gigs. I just want to let you know more about the company, and I'm just going to show you some other things that I found about them. So I went to Credible too, like just to see more about the student loan transfer, just to see. Like I wanted to make sure that the company wasn't closing, just for my own sanity, because I didn't want to tell you about a company that you're going to apply for and they're no longer going to be in business. Nothing on here indicates that. It just talks about the little transfer that they did of their student loan portfolio. And when they talk about the federal family education loan program, a lot of you probably don't know that when Obamacare passed, what happened was it eliminated that student loan program. So companies could no longer make loans under that program. So a lot of companies, like, they still have loans from that portfolio that from then they just been servicing in them, and then since they can't take out new loans under that program, their portfolio from them is just dying down, and it just costs more to service them now. So a lot of companies actually got out of the servicing student loans for felt just because they couldn't make any new loans. So let me see if there's anything else on here that I want to show you about. I did see that they are big on military, like hiring people that are in the military, which is a good thing. I don't see anything else on here that right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and end the video, and then down below I'm going to put their website where you can sign up for them, and you can apply for a position with them. I would probably keep their information just because, like I said, or join their talent group, because like I said, they do have customer support positions that open up all the time. Like you see this lady with the phone, they have those type of positions, and they have, like, I've seen collection positions out there too. Like probably not as much recently, but I have seen the customer service ones. So just keep their information available, and so that way if they do have an opening, you can go ahead and apply for it. Thanks for watching. Laura's from Getting Gigs. You can hit the like and subscribe, and then I'll bring you more content as soon as I'm able to. Have a nice night. Thank you. Bye.